Is everybody ready? Oh. My name is Christie Przusucha, and I'm a Star Director. I live in Nampa. And this is
Janae Sexston. I'm a director in Boise.
And we're both nervous, so you need to know that right now. Janae can talk in front of 8,000 people, but you guys are killing her.
Yeah, she spoke at convention.
She did. She did an awesome job. She was awesome. So, we had kind of
around face the back of the room, and she can talk to the back of her head. That's good.
And we're not imagining your underwear, I promise. So we have kind of a different format tonight. We have some things we want to do, things we want to cover. What do you want to break apart for the next minute? Look around the room. We are going to give you time to look around the room. For those of you that maybe just got here or that you didn't have a chance to look at everything, we want you to look at everything, but it's going to be a few minutes. So, yeah, you got it. I think that's good. So we're going to cover tonight's convention recap. How many of you were actually at the Scentsy family reunion? Good. Yay. Good. So some of you know and some of you don't. How many of you read your news tab? How many of you don't even know there's a news tab?
I know there's one.
So when you log into your workstation, the very first tab at the top is the news tab, and we used to get weekly emails with all the updates from the company, and those have gone away, and that's a really, really good thing. It's kind of frustrating. We kind of think, well, how come I'm not getting the news emails? It kind of makes me feel like I'm not really knowing what's going on. But it's really, really important that you check into your workstation every day. You are a business owner, and that news tab has all the information that you need to know to stay up to date and current on your business. You're going to find out what's new. You're going to find out about hostess exclusives. You're also going to learn about products that may be on back order or that are no longer available. Sometimes things, when we have a catalog change or a transition month, things run out a little bit early. Some things are definitely while supplies last. And that information is on your news tab. And it's so easy to say and so hard to do, but you need to check that every time you log into your workstation and see what's new. So we all need you to check your news tab.
I wanted to add.
Yes.
Also, the Scentsy app is really good too. If you don't know about that, there's a Scentsy app, and that has lots of product information. If it's in Spanish, just ignore it. It's got a little glitch. But most of it, if you keep scrolling down, you'll start seeing little announcements in English, and that's a quick way for me, just on the go.
And that's available for Android phones and the iPhone.
I have an Android, so.
Yep. Okay. So I know for me, they sent me a notification today about something. I didn't look at it because it was a crazy day for me. But
It was all the foreign countries. So
that's right.
It's opening up.
Foreign expansion. Okay, that's right. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Okay. Speaking of foreign expansion,
Okay, we are opening in Mexico, Australia, and Poland on September 1st. And then I don't have my France and Spain is October 1st. So that's exciting. But my advice is if you're essential certified, unless you know someone specifically over there, don't go looking yet, because you still have a little business here to start building. It's overwhelming to sponsor someone in another country.
Yes, it is.
So
I'm working on one right now. It's very hard.
yes. So if you know someone, then yes, that's a great opportunity. Otherwise, focus on your own business first. There's plenty of time down the road to put your energy there.
Oh, can I make a comment on that?
yes.
Are you guys all members of the Facebook Australia page? I don't know. Well, there is one out there, but just be careful when you join those pages not to go
annoying.
Well, not that, but there was people that were breaking compliance and
Right.
private messaging all the new people on the page that are in Australia, offering them specials for them to sign up, which
And
is against policy.
A lot of them are consultants bringing them onto the page so they can ask questions. So
Right.
most of them are already spoken for
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, so just, if you do end up joining any of those foreign Facebook pages, just make sure you're just sharing your story and Logo Scentsy and not trying to recruit on the pages.
What is the difficult aspect of sponsoring somebody? Because I've got 3 potential for Mexico.
Fantastic.
Yeah. that's-
If you've got potential, we would never ever say don't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
Because
that.
that's a really great aspect of what the company gives us, is the opportunity to, number one, not have territories within our own country, but be able to sponsor any other countries. You're gonna, I'll just tell you, I don't have any frontline consultants in other countries, but I've talked to a couple people, and you've got, number one, you've got price differences. Our kit's $99, and you're gonna have to have a cheat sheet of what their kit costs, what their shooting star enhancement kit is going to cost, what their, if we sell 515 days, what's their number. So all of those numerical and dollar amount things are gonna be different when you're talking to somebody from the US versus you're talking to somebody in another country. And you also have the possibility of a language barrier. I mean, you may not, maybe they speak English or you speak Spanish, and if you guys can communicate, that's a really good thing. And another thing, which isn't as bad with Mexico, but you're also gonna deal with time differences. I was emailing a gal in London, and I mean, if I didn't email her by noon, I had to wait, you know.
And Australia is,
It's
9.5
hours.
It's 15.5 hours.
So it's not impossible,
Right.
and it's not doable. It's just with expansion comes some complexity in our business. And one of the wonderful things about our business is simplicity. And if you've got your business down, you know, you've got a great system for leading the team members that you have in the US, recognition, training, and all that, and you've got it down and you're rolling and it's a well-oiled machine, go for it. I mean, and go for it anyway, but on my computer, I made a Canada cheat sheet. How much is the Canadian consultant startup kit? How much is, I had to make a cheat sheet because I can't rattle off, you know, if you sell 500 in your first 15 days, you can order the shooting star enhancement kit and it's $200. I can't rattle that off in another.
Where did you find that information? Can you go into your European thing and
I think you
open
can
it
go up
up
and change your country.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Change
Yes.
your country
Mhm.
and then print off it.
And then
Well,
pull up their new consultant
but
startup guide.
can you also have it, so okay, say I go to Germany
Mhm.
and I open up my German website. Can I say German in English?
Yes.
Okay, and then print off the sheet and it's gonna show the correct amount?
You can probably
German
pull up
one?
their new consultant startup guide and then just,
It'll be in English then?
I don't know.
I've
not done it.
I think
I've
so.
not done it.
Christie, will you check that?
Yep.
You need to know.
yeah,
Well,
let me give you an example.
Okay.
I had a team member last month who was ready to cancel. She had the check mark. She saved herself. So she really wants to grow her business. So her question was, what are you doing in Australia? Can you give me any tips? And I had to tell her that I don't think she has any business over there yet because her business was just about to cancel. She needs to focus on growing her business, you know, understanding she doesn't focus enough on our business. So it's a responsibility to sponsor someone, and it's a huge responsibility to sponsor someone over there.
Well, and if you're not selling your $500 a month, it does you no benefit to sponsor over there.
Well, and we haven't even scratched the surface of the United States.
Right.
so-
Very true.
Well, and I was also gonna say another aspect to look at as well is that they have different product offerings, they have different
That was
policies
one
and
of my questions,
procedures.
what is this
They
for?
have different, their whole way of doing business is gonna be different because of their culture. So you really have to know somebody and be able to communicate and have them, you know, to guide them on how to grow their business, you need to kind of understand how their culture and stuff works. So I do a lot of research before taking the responsibility of
Well, one of
sponsoring.
my three is from there, or lives there,
Mhm.
but he's up here in McCall for the summer. The other two are couples that live here, but all their families there, so they're the ones that would actually do the sponsoring
Right.
in the Mexico.
And I think that's great, especially if they have the connection with the culture and the people down there.
You're active with your business.
Yeah.
If you're doing your 500 and you're a leader above, then you have business over there.
Yeah.
But people
I'm
who are
working on it.
struggling.
I got my first one this last month.
And even if you're certified, it's still okay, but make sure you're grounded in what you're doing here, and make sure you understand. I'll give you a little bit of time here. You can print it in English or in German.
Thank you, Christy.
We are not saturated. We are not saturated, Janae. you recruited how many people this last year in this area?
The last incentive.
24 during the last incentive period in our valley, and became a director. We're not saturated here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Julie.
I think the last thing you want to do is sign up someone in another country and then you cancel and you leave that person in the dust, hanging,
That's a responsibility.
trying to find, they want to run their business, but now they can't because you just left them. So as long as you have a stable business and you know that you're going to be around, go for it.
And that's what I'm finding out too, because I started with the Grace Adele. And I figured, there are so many consultants out there for Scentsy, there's no way I can have a business. And my husband said, well, why don't you do it, just add it on there. And that one's become so easy. And I had a ball at Canyon County Fair, and I got potentially 6 recruits for that. And
Don't underestimate what you have here.
oh, it's,
And Scentsy is, stick with simplicity. What's the way, you need to look at your business, your life, and where your passion lies, whether it's Scentsy, Grace Adele, Velada, and think about keeping your business simple for you. Don't try to dabble in all the countries and in all the brands. Find your passion and work within your passion.
Well, I'm thinking then like your downline, like if your downline, I mean, I don't know anybody in Germany, but I have military people that know people. And they're from the United States, but they're over in Germany and they've got friends, let them do it.
Right.
And
Right.
you just keep doing your business,
Sponsor people here. I always tell people when I have somebody who's on board, I say, who do you know? I have done so much recruiting looking at what used to be the map in our Consultant Spotlight newsletter and just being excited about the population and look in Washington DC and look in these states and how many consultants are there. And who do you know that's there? Because everybody knows somebody that's everywhere else.
And be sure to look at the new numbers because the average drop was 40% across the country July 1st.
With our renewing of our business. But I would tell people, who do you know? And then I said, and I don't know if this is against compliance, forgive me, but I would say I give a referral gift. If you send me somebody who joins my team, I give you a gift, whether it was a warmer or a plug-in or whatever. And this was, I haven't done that in a while, but this was a while back. And then when they came to me and they said, I have somebody here, then I say, why don't you join and they can be your first recruit. And then you get them excited because number one, they're starting their new business and they're starting it with a team member. And being a leader makes you a better consultant. So my advice is you always offer that back to that consultant. I want this to be your recruit. This needs to be your new team member. I want you to join my team and then have them join under you. And a lot of times you end up with 2 and not just 1.
I'm taking a poll on my regular Facebook page, started last night, just, all my friends across the country, who knows what Scentsy is? And I've gotten about half a dozen responses and they know, and then I've gotten some goofy ones from certain men.
Sex toys, that's another day.
So there is, under your resources tab, there's Scentsy Family International and International Extension FAQ. I did print a copy of that, so you guys are more than welcome to look at it while you're here. But you can also pull it up at home on your own workstation.
And
So
that's
if you
really
guys have
cool
questions-
because you can convert that to Spanish, so you can save it and email it to anybody in Mexico. And it does have the shipping information and the startup cost information for both Australia and Mexico.
And yes, and this one is only Australia and Mexico. It doesn't have France, Poland, and Spain on it. So keep that in mind. So we're going to move on to our next topic, which is the new party planner. How many of you ever used the Evite system within our workstation previously? Did it leave you frustrated? Well, it's no longer. It doesn't exist anymore. We have a brand new party planner that launched August 1st, and it totally replaces the Evite system that was previously on the workstation. It's available for all brands and regions. So it's available in Canada and in the UK, those that we currently have. And you can import email addresses from 4 services: Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and AOL. And from the the new party planner, you can post onto Facebook. So we've been wanting that for a long time. Don't ask me a question because I don't know. I haven't used it yet.
I was gonna say,
Yes,
has
Carol.
anybody used it? Because I have downline complaining she can't figure it out. So if someone's used
There's
it,
a
give me some
training,
likeness.
there's a training available.
I went in and tried it on my own, which I
Okay.
thought was great, but I have a new girl who has a party that I work with, and I sent her the email a couple days ago, and I went to her desk today, and she's like, let's do this. She pulled it up, she clicked the link that said join with Facebook, so you could create an event and do all that, and it didn't work.
It's her web browser.
It did not work.
Was she already signed into Facebook in another tab?
Nope.
That's probably what.
Okay, because she tried it 3 times, and she was like, well, this sucks. And I was like, no, it doesn't, we'll
Is
figure it out
Facebook
tomorrow.
blocked at work?
So, nope,
No?
nope.
I tried it and it seemed like, I sent her a link, invited her, it is an email to send to the hostess.
Right.
And then, I also kind of followed through it and uploaded it to Facebook. And it said, I put her name as the party, and then it said by my name, Heather Blake, and then, but as far as, I think that they have to set it up. I think that they have to be the ones to do it, I think, because as far as the invites and everybody that she wants to have come to her party.
It's not information that you have.
Yeah. So-
Right.
So they have to set it up.
Becky, have you heard anything? Because I think I've read in the director page that there's a glitch.
On the, sorry.
Party planner.
There wasn't anything said.
Well,
My downline couldn't load people
it's her web
in.
browser too, Lisa.
There's a couple of glitches out there right now.
Okay, well,
I would have waited a month.
forget that, okay?
I
told
go
her
to the
to
training
make an
tab
invite and
and
email
look
it to
tips and
everyone to
tricks,
do.
and it has the party planner. And that, that'll at least give you the training so you know that you're making the right moves at the right time.
We
And
had-
then beyond that.
We had major transition is always a huge mountain within our system. And when we brought on new brands, we have huge transitions. So the end of July, we had Grace Adele, 80% of the product changed August 1st. So we had 80% of the product that needed to come out of the system, 80% new product that needed to go into the system. We had Scentsy that needed to be discounted to 10%. We had the discontinued list that needed to be created or whatever. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So don't get discouraged when there's a glitch. Sometimes my husband's in computer programming and they roll out new software all the time. That's the word, software? I don't know. New updates. And the glitches come back and then they work on them. So don't be discouraged. Sometimes it takes them a few days to get things worked out. One of the things I've learned in this business, because I love it, is I learned to just roll with it and say, you know what, let's figure something out for this time, and we'll try it again in a couple weeks or something like that. So just roll with it. Don't get frustrated, because that'll make you kind of anxious in your business. Just say, okay, let's have a plan B. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's going to be awesome. It might take a month or so to get some of the glitches out. Let your director know if you're struggling with the glitch, because that lets us go to the director page and let them know, that sort of thing. So let us know. Glitch, check. Okay. So let your director know, and then we can try to communicate it to corporate or call consultant support. They're a great resource for you all the time.
Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna talk about
We're going to talk about one of my favorite things.
mine too. You wanna go first and I'll pass these out?
Okay. We're going to talk about the incentive trip. Who does not know where the incentive trip is going to be for next year? Everybody knows?
Who knew
Okay,
before
we'll
it
go on
was
to the
even
next topic.
announced?
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know it before it was announced. Did you know?
Yes.
I think that's how
Well, they
I
have
knew.
those spoiler groups.
Oh, I don't
I
do
knew
those.
it was
I don't
from
like
her.
spoilers.
I'm not in them either, but people still post.
Tell you, yeah.
So this year marks Scentsy's 10th anniversary, and for Scentsy's 10th anniversary, they wanted to do it and do it big. Who has been on an incentive trip? Raise your hand. Okay, so we have Alice, Becky, Angelique, Janae, me, Joreen, my upline, I'm not, Joreen. Okay, I want you to make a note of raise your hands, guys, if you've been on an incentive trip. Raise them high. I want you to make a note of these people, Janae as well, because they're your go-to resources. How many of you that have your hand up thought you could not earn an incentive trip? I thought I couldn't earn one either. So I want you guys to know that we're going to talk about it in a minute, but incentive trips are amazing. They're incredible. I tell people Scentsy vacations me in ways that I would never pay to vacation myself. I've earned 8 incentive trips, and I would die if I missed one. I literally would just like have to crawl in a hole and just stop breathing because it's like our annual vacation. I love incentive trips. So I'm very passionate about it. I'm very excited. I believe every single one of you can earn one, hands down. I need to figure out a way to get you to believe in yourself to tell you that you can earn these trips. You can do it. So top tier, they're taking 10 earners for every year that Scentsy has been in business, plus a guest, to Athens, Greece. Who wants to go to Greece? I told Janae for a minute, I said maybe we should wear a toga tonight.
I just want everyone to know that my team member Amanda Kearney is going to win it and get married there. So
woohoo!
You guys are all invited.
Yay! You're there. Very cool. Second tier is Atlantis, Bahamas. 4 nights, 5 days. They will take 1,700 earners and guests. Right?
It just says 1,700 earners.
1,700 people.
That's
1,700
including
people.
So, yeah.
So
if some take guests and some don't, that means more consultants get to go, but there's a total of 1,700
1,700
spots.
people going. And then the third tier is Scentsy Family Reunion, 4 nights, 5 days with an exclusive activity. For those of you that have never been, they want more people to be at Scentsy Family Reunion than we've ever had. So they put that in here as an option.
And there's no limit. There was no number limit on that.
It was also a huge request from consultants.
Yeah.
Consultants said, we want to be able to earn the right to, the ability to go. Sometimes it's a financial hardship to actually get there. So we've got those really, really great options. If you don't have any desire to go to Athens, Greece, you can choose the Bahamas. And if you don't want to go to the Bahamas, you can choose Scentsy Family Reunion. The top earners will get to choose first, and it'll trickle down. Okay.
Well, you do not want to miss convention this year. And I don't know any secrets. I really
Yes, you do, Alice.
No, I don't.
To her death, she does not know.
No, I don't, but I know that Heidi and Orville have been talking for 2 years about what they're gonna do. And so, I don't know, the 5th year they gave away 5 cars.
That's true.
I have no
I forgot
idea
about
what
that.
they're gonna do. And they gave away a vacation, they gave away a lot of stuff. So I know there's gonna be some wonderful surprises. I'm not promising a car or a
Well,
boat or
and
anything,
if you
but
think about it, just for entertainment for the last few years, we've had Clint Black, Gloriana, Kelly Clarkson,
Kobe Calais.
Mosaic,
Donnie Marie.
You know, we've had some amazing entertainment. The 10 year is coming. I honestly think they will not hold back at all. So with that being said, we want to talk about 2 things that are going to help you get started with that.
When is
One
convention?
It is,
The same week as it was
we're talking about that night.
Okay, sorry.
One is parties and the other is sponsoring. So how many people do parties? How many people think they should be doing parties?
I do online parties.
Very good.
After.
So
Totally up.
there's
This is up.
any incentive trip. Some people, we've talked and I've heard people say, and I was, one of them as well, that said, I can't wait to see what the qualifications are to earn the trip. But the qualifications, even though they're different, they're always the same. It's sales, sponsoring, and helping those that you sponsor promote, which promotes you. So it's sales, sponsoring, and promotions. And if you're having parties, that's your #1 resource for sponsoring. And when you're sponsoring and you're helping people and they're having parties and they sponsor, then that helps them promote, helps you promote. So parties are really the core of our business, and don't forget that. I have gone through a pretty long phase in my business where I wasn't doing parties. And now I'm back to the point where I need to be doing parties, whether it's Grace Adele, Scentsy, or Velada. Combination parties are difficult. I don't advise that. I've done a few. But they are the heart of our business. So you should definitely think about, revisit your opportunity when it comes to parties. Do you have anything else on that?
I have not done a home party since last October. I do a lot of online and basket, but the biggest part is because I'm afraid to ask people. So what I am working on this month, I have not even been able to get my best friend, who used to be a consultant, and I did a bunch of parties for her, to host a party for me. So I'm working on an email to send to close friends who love Scentsy. Everyone loves Scentsy. And I'm going to say, I need you to host one party a year for me. You can be my January Bring Back My Bar Girl, my February 10% offer, new catalog, you know, pick them up, there's something going on. And I said, but I just need you to do one. And then every year, that's all she has to do for me. So then she's not wondering, when's Janae gonna ask me to do a party? They know. And then I know every month this time, and then hopefully I can get, you know, 2 people to do that. So that's gonna be my master plan. Their objection is gonna be, Yogi's gonna show up. So I will tell them. Because what they don't understand is if I go to a party and there's only 3 people there, I'm excited. That's people I probably didn't know. You know, I can write off my gas, whatever. But I'm gonna do something like, if nobody shows up, then I owe you a movie date or something like that. So just, I know it's hard, but most of the time I go to sleep at night and I'm like, well, I didn't ask anyone. So I'm afraid to ask people. So we can get more people if we just ask.
So what is the biggest fear we have when we? Rejection.
Yeah.
The worst thing they're gonna say is no, so if you prepare yourself in advance to be able to handle that and be okay with a no, then it's easier to ask.
And the answer's always no if you don't ask.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't ask, they've already told you no. So what's the big deal if we just ask?
So I'll call you and tell you no every day if you like. Every day that you don't call and ask someone to your party, I will call you and say, yeah, there you go. No. So I think I just might start doing that. It just might be motivating. You know what I mean? Like if I have to call somebody every day and be like, I didn't ask anybody today. And then I get like chewed out. Are you kidding me? Get on it, woman. I just might actually do it.
Well, and we had a booking once at convention. It was amazing how many people actually sent out texts.
I go to
and
party.
people. Did you go to party?
Me too, it's tomorrow. It's the scariest thing I ever did.
It was hard.
At Kingpin County, we had a couple people walk up to the booth and say, do you do parties? I can't find anybody to do a party. Right?
Yeah.
I
had
had
one
young man come up, he said, I have posted on Facebook and no response. He wanted a consultant. Guess what? I'm his consultant now.
Have we done a booking list?
No, we actually were talking about that with my husband.
We may surprise you with a booking list.
And the one thing that we have control over anything else on the incentive is our sales. Because all it takes is a phone call, all it takes is us sending out, you know, like, sales should not be the issue when it comes to incentive. I always max out because I'm doing fundraisers in the fall, and I never leave points on the table for sales. That's because that's my easy thing. So pick what you're good at. Pick what you're good at and focus on that and maximize those points and just keep track on the little tracker.
So in your workstation, I found this today. It's 50 ways to earn $150 PRD in a month. Have you guys ever seen this before?
Wasn't that with the can? Yeah, that was
Yes.
for the can.
So what would happen if you did 3 or 4 of these? Do you think you'd reach different people and that you could get sales different ways like that? So I'm going to leave this out for you guys as well, if you haven't seen it. 50 ways to get 150. What if you challenge yourself to do 10 of these different things? If you did 2 a week, if you did 3 a week, if you did 1 a day, you know, if you sell 6-packs, use them. Use themes like Freshen Your Spring Scents, Bring Back My Bar, Celebrate Summer Scents. What if you said, my goal today is to sell 4 6-packs? I'm gonna get up in the morning or the afternoon, I'm gonna get off work, I'm gonna make 4 phone calls and I'm gonna try to sell 4 6-packs. What if you just pick one of these themes and you did a theme every day? Think of what a difference it would be in your business. So I'm gonna leave this up here again. You guys are more than welcome to look at it. It is in your workstation under, it's on the training center, but it was under the resources tab as well, so. Okay.
I have one last thing for Incentive Truth.
Yes.
On one of the director pages I'm on, they asked Chuck compared to last numbers, like how do they measure up to this year? So like what would be the cutoff earning points
Right.
to earn like Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
And he said if you earn it for a guest, he is very confident you will be going to the Bahamas. You will be earning the Bahamas.
If you earn for both you and a guest.
Right.
So 40,000 points.
Yeah, if you hit that 40,000, the chances of you going Bahamas are 99.9% kind of thing, so.
Because there are people that do not want to go to Greece. And
Right,
do not
and
wanna
people
go
are
to
gonna,
Bahamas.
yeah, even the top earners, they're gonna go, I'd rather not go there, I'm gonna just take convention, you know, or whatever. So, I mean, life happens.
Well, and it's crazy for me, people just opt out completely.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's just some people can't.
I opted out one year, I will never, ever, ever do it again. They gave me a $500 credit. I had spent the credit on buying, you know, product for parties and stuff. I had spent it before the trip left, even. I mean, you just, how long does it take you to spend $500? Not very much. And I was absolutely sick. It was the very first one that came to me.
Oh, I
I
missed
opted
you.
out.
Even if
I'll
trips-
never do it again. It is
That was my first
painful.
trip.
It was painful.
That was
To
the.
see everybody else leave, but I'm sitting here with my crummy $500.
You're looking at warmers that you could have bought with half price and hostess credit.
even if trips aren't for you, or you just,
No, they really are.
they are.
They really are.
That's why
because
reunions in there.
It's
I know.
worth-
As a business trip.
Even if you think I can't leave my kids for whatever reason,
You can.
you,
They will,
You
they
know,
are-
you should.
You have to realize they are eventually going to leave you and not look back.
Right.
So what's 1 week versus, you know, moving on?
I have a different point though. I started last August as a star consultant with a team of 8. So had I not qualified by January 1st, I was still a director with a team of 30. So even if I hadn't qualified, my business had grown. So even if the trip doesn't,
And then you
For
can
some-
afford to go.
for some
to-
odd reason,
Yeah.
if the trip does not entice you, growing your business should.
Well, there's nothing better than having somebody else pay for your trip. For a hotel that you would never spend $400 a night for.
And
You know.
Atlantis will be more than $400 a night.
Oh, no kidding.
Has anybody ever seen the Atlantis Resort? Just a
Yes.
picture of it?
Yeah.
My sister and I have like, we've dreamed that place for like 10 years. We're like, we're gonna go there one day.
Interesting.
Well, there you go.
Now
There you
you're
go.
gonna
You got it for free.
I think she has a new wife.
I think we might need it for free.
Yeah, exactly. And then the husband comes into play, that's a mess.
You know, and
Sign your
Scentsy-
sister up and have her.
Scentsy
There you
pays
go.
for one optional activity. Sometimes it's swimming with the dolphins, sometimes it's
Walking through the rainforest.
walking through
Zip
the
lining.
rainforest, zip lining. They pay for one excursion, then you have the opportunity, and they give you like 6 or 7 to choose from. Becky and Kevin and my husband and I did a Boston. It was a scavenger hunt, a food scavenger hunt. When we went to this restaurant and they sent us out into the streets of Boston with a list of hints to find different stores to find our ingredients. And then we all went back and somebody was dessert, somebody was the main course. We were dessert. We did tiramisu. And so then we came back and we worked with the chefs to create our own meal, and then they went and they cooked it and then they served it to us. It was the most awesome thing. And then there was a dinner cruise and, you know.
Mine was a bus ride to a volcano, and we had, I don't even know how to say it, on a walk spa experience. So you're at the base of the volcano. I mean, you can hear the, what is it?
Lava.
That will burn you. And then we did a mud bath with, I mean, it was awesome, and you're in heaven, and yeah, I would kill myself if I didn't make it.
And I'm kind of like of the mindset, I'm not paying to be here, so what day am I going to the spa for a massage? Because if my vacation only cost me $150, because that's what I paid for my massage, it's a pretty darn cheap vacation. So, you know, I treat myself while I'm there, while Scentsy's treating me. We get little goodies in our room every day. We have catered events. Sometimes we own the beach, and we have our own private party. And
A lot
it's the
of
coolest thing.
companies, when they pay for your trip, they don't pay for your flight, or there's something, so just so everyone understands, everything, even our exit fee out of Costa
You get your
Rica,
baggage.
Your luggage.
everything is paid for, so.
You literally could go with not a penny in your pocket. and come home and have had a wonderful, enriching experience. So don't cheat yourself in thinking that, number one, you can't do it, because you can, and number two, that you don't deserve it, because you do. That it's not possible, because it is. So dream big. That's what this business is about. It's about fulfilling those dreams that we can't even come up with on our own, but Scentsy can throw us a few dreams of like, wow. We did on a leadership cruise a few years back, we went to the Bahamas, and we took a tour over to or a bus over to the Atlantis Resort because we all wanted to see it. I'm like, what's the Atlantis Resort? And you're on your way and you're like, wow. And you get there and they go, yeah, it's $50 to tour the resort. I'm like, it's $50 just to walk around?
But you can go in the casino for
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, I can talk, I'm very passionate about incentive trips. Get with me if you think you want to earn it.
We're gonna upload a form to our little group.
Facebook page.
Yeah, and this was done by a different director, but it's how to earn the incentive trip, and it kind of just breaks it down. I'm a seller, not a recruiter, and then it kind of gives you a plan. So be sure to look at this, and go home and do your homework too. No.
That's what I did. I just, after we kind of sat down, a couple of us directors, and was like, let's plan this out, like month for month. What do I have to do to get this many points? I want this many points, aim for this, and what do I gotta do? So we pull our frontline numbers and we pull all of the everything, you know, if we sell this much every month and if we recruit this many people, like we sat down and did the numbers. And it was astounding to me how many points that in the past I have been completely missing out on. I had no idea. So just sitting down, it was like, oh my gosh, I could probably get to Greece if I actually get all of these points.
And I have one of my, not my team members, but she's my Scentsy sister. She was in Costa Rica with me, and she started out as a certified consultant and ended as a star. So anybody can do it.
Yeah, when we were in Hawaii, there was a gal that had earned Hawaii who signed up in November.
What? Can be done.
I earned my first incentive trip. I signed up October 23rd. Qualification period is the same every year, August 1st to January 31st. It's the same every year. So it can be done. And if you don't think we can do it with the brand new catalogs, the 3 brands, you're totally underestimating the gift that you have in your hands right now. You have 3 brands. You have 2 new catalogs right now. Scentsy September 1st, Grace Adele right now. We have a lot of coming October 1st. We've got the holiday selling season. People are buying Christmas gifts anyway. We have custom gifts. We have Hostess exclusives, which we haven't had the last few years. It's never been easier. It's never been easier. What? May not make it.
Whatever. What? After that speech, you're going to say that?
I know. It's never been easier. So anyway, we'll chat about incentive trips, but don't sell yourself short. You deserve to be there, every one of you, and you can do it.
Did we already talk about this one?
No, we did not. We said we would talk about it in a minute, and then we're going to take a break.
Okay. The reunion. Okay.
It's right under incentive trip.
I know, but I swear we already talked about the reunion.
I asked when it was. You said we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Oh. It's in St. Louis, July 9th through the 11th. It's our 10-year reunion, so that's why we're saying it's going to be huge with new cars, like Alice said.
we're gonna hold Alice to that.
Alice, everybody say Alice said there'll be new cars. Just kidding.
She did not say that.
They're doing it differently next year. They've taken our feedback and we've asked for breakout sessions. So, which is like little trainings that we'll break out into. So there's 2 price options. There's $50 sessions only, or there's $250 full registration. Includes giveaways. What is that?
Product giveaway.
Product giveaways.
Oh.
And I don't know what that is.
Okay, that's my
Of course.
It's on my sheet. It's on my sheet.
So what that means, no, it needs an incentive trip afterwards. I'm like,
Oh, what that means is that if someone wants the $50, if someone, I'm assuming they'll allow people to do walk-in registration, and then they just get to go to the sessions, they don't get the product giveaway box, which we know is worth more than $200. So if you register in time and you want all the product giveaways, it's gonna be $250.
Well, and this year registration was $200. It's going up for next year. But we got a product credit of $200, so we could actually go and pick out whatever we wanted.
And
So we got everything
they
else for free.
break it out into payments also.
You can do payment plans? Yes, yes.
Do the sign up for that, is that before or after the incentive trips are awarded, that we know if we have?
February.
It's typically in February.
Yeah, you'll know if you've earned it before they have registration.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna have you guys, we're gonna break up in just a second and let you walk around and look around. A lot of the things that you see here, we have purchased with our $200 product credit that we've gotten.
Okay.
So some of us are carrying our bags. I see Katie's got her ocean bag.
Ooh, I wanna see that.
Ocean Giselle right there. And some of us have them up, and I told Jareen she had her bag up.
Yeah, it's sitting, that wasn't one of the freebies, that's the leather bag.
That's the leather bag. It's slouched over because it has the chain. We'll have to hang it up.
And that's one of the prizes for tonight.
Yeah, so
Just kidding.
I've ordered that one. So we're gonna do a drawing for a door prize real quick.
Okay, door prize. Ready?
Yep.
Last three numbers, 024. And then 020.
Oh, that's me.
Woohoo! Don't pick out her. Pick out her.
I put the full one. No. So what we're gonna do now while they pick out their prizes is we're gonna let you wander around the room, and you're gonna notice there's some note cards on the tables that have information about all the individual products.
This one's cool because it looks like it has a little.
It's a good thing I don't have my phone in there, huh?
Don't worry, I have it all on video.
See the lighting?
Yeah, she's got proof.
See the lighting? So pretty. I
hope you can edit.
It has some great stuff.
They're in bed lying down and it's pitch black.
Here's a couple documents up here. These are not door prizes. They're just documents. So Yay!
You have lots of video time tonight. I hope that's okay.
I have mine on over there.
No, that comes in the seat in the kit.
I like those. They're so pretty.
Yeah. Have you seen
Do you guys smell the black raspberry vanilla washerwood?
No.
They smell good.
The laundry soap. Those just you put in there to smell, like they don't, it's not soap or anything.
It's not soap. We are fragrance people. We like things to smell good.
So you need to use a non-scented laundry soap?
Not anymore.
We'll use laundry soap.
You
Or
Prior to, let's put it that way.
Okay, so do you want to ask questions? Now we're going to do a trivia question based on what you saw when you were walking around the room.
Okay, what are the cute little squatty bottom warmers called that don't use limestone?
Element warmers.
Oh.
Are you determining that you said it first?
Yes.
I believe you.
Did you see me?
Did you see my lips moving?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I'm going to just write names on them.
No, give them one.
Give them one.
Give them one and keep one.
5. Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Give me one.
Okay, raise your hand. I need some people to keep an eye out for who was first.
Washer whips. How many total fragrances are? Who said that?
I was like, you again? You need to raise
No,
your hand.
no. I only know one thing, and I've already said it. I'm done.
Me too.
Okay. Let me find holiday scents are listed.
Raise your hand.
Just give her the prize.
What's your answer?
I said 10.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are new buddies coming out. What are they called?
First.
Wow, okay, she knows the catalog.
She's disqualified.
I like it.
So are you asking,
Name.
what are they called?
What are they called? Name them.
Oh,
Snap.
I don't mean name them. I just mean name.
What type of animals are they?
Oh.
Jungle.
Safari.
Safari
The new
No.
horse.
No, there's 6 animals. What are they?
Oh.
You need to
Raise your hand, you'll get called on.
And you're gonna name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 animals.
You get a cheat
This
right there
has
on
a
the
6
table.
answered question. You've got a couple, so.
Black bear, raccoon, owl, okay, hold on. Red fox and a. Oh, beaver.
One more.
Oh, and a turtle.
Like, it's the best one. Because the turtle's shell comes off.
Wasn't there a hedgehog?
No, it's
That's
the turtle's shell comes off,
Did you get
and
that
then
on
the cap goes into the shell. So it's a little off. Okay. Raise your hands, don't shout it out.
The party size Velada warmer holds how many bags of chocolate?
Right here. 2, 3 bags of chocolate.
I'm like,
I knew that one.
And how many containers of cheese?
Carol, 2.
You said you don't know anymore.
I lied.
Okay, we have a new campus collection. So all of our old ones are being discontinued. Sad. So how many are we bringing over to the new collection?
I won't answer.
It's the top blank
There's
sellers.
some over there. Which is wrong because.
I think 3 tickets is our max.
Which I can't understand with us being right here.
It wasn't, I think it's not fair because it's the top 20 bestsellers, and if you look at it, first of all, we were the first 3 launched. So, were you looking at a time frame? Or we're in a smaller city, were you looking at a demographic? It's really not fair. We should have some.
Part of it is that there
Can't
are
they always
so
just stick it on
many.
one of their custom ones?
Yes.
Can't we?
You have to
can't
get
we-
licensing from Boise State to manufacture.
Yeah, but if you're
We will.
standing there
It's
with
the
the
least that you
BSU
could
outfit
do.
on.
Just make us a frame.
I'm there.
Just apply for it.
Let's do 2 more and then we'll cover.
Okay. How much of the Grace Adele catalog is new?
Somebody that hasn't answered.
Have you answered?
Not correct.
I attempted to answer one and I failed.
Both of you say at the same time.
80. There you go.
Okay, so now we're going to cover a couple other things, and then we'll ask some more questions. Then we have a couple prizes to give away from the tickets that you just got, which are separate from your drawing ticket.
Oh, no, they're not.
Okay, they're all together. By the way, those are all together, so.
I didn't know they both were in there. Oops, we have an extra chance of winning.
No,
Communication error.
Oops, delete.
So how many of you are aware we have a new customer loyalty program? How many of you had no clue we have a customer loyalty program? Raise your hand. I want to feel like
Raise
I'm
it
doing
high.
it for a reason.
When does it start though?
It starts September 1st for Velada. I'm sorry, for Scentsy, and October 1st for Velada. So there's 2 separate dates on that. It's for Scentsy and Velada only. It's not encompassing Grace Adele at this time. Customers go to your personal website to subscribe to your customer loyalty program. There's 2 easy steps. There's no minimum purchase. You can order, you can have it set up. It's basically direct ship. You can have them order once every month, once every 2 months, or once every 3 months. There's no minimum and no maximum. And loyalty points are awarded. You get 1 point for every dollar that they purchase, they get a point. If they spend $50, they get 10 points. And when they obtain 150 points, they get a half price item. So who's excited about that?
It's an ongoing party.
It is an ongoing party, and it actually gets them to go to your workstation to order. Standard shipping rates do apply, so if somebody just wants, if they want 3 bars a month, it's better to encourage them to do 6 every 2 months, so they can do the buy 5, get 1 free and pay 1 shipping. So if you're talking to your hostesses and your customers, make sure you let them know standard shipping rates do apply.
Next, we're doing Scentsy Custom Gifts, and we have a display set up by Lisa.
We have 2 displays.
And then another one back here on the hostess table. Has everyone heard of them? Yeah. Okay, these started August 1st. And if you have not watched, there's 2 videos you can watch, and one of them stars Jory Vitale.
And Becky.
Oh, Mike, who are you talking about? Becky Reese also, and Kevin, Vicky's not here.
Yeah.
And then who's the?
She's a director from Utah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and her name is Casey.
Okay.
Super sweet.
So they're pretty informative. Watch, there's 2 of them, and I think both of them are on the Scentsy YouTube channel.
I just got my first client, and I didn't think I was going through it. And so ask anybody you know. My sister owns a dance studio, and they're actually going to do it as a fundraiser for their dance students, their team, and they're going to put their dance studio logo on it, and sell them. I told them I give them, it's all for 25% of each warmer, so $15 per warmer they sold would go towards their studio. She's super excited.
It's a minimum of 24, which is really good because at leadership, they were thinking it was going to be closer to 100. So when they announced 24, we were pretty excited.
Yeah.
I just got my kit in the mail today. And so if you order the business kit, so you can take it along to show, it comes with the warmer, the 3 bars, and the ribbon. 2 frames, yeah. Okay, and then, now I don't remember if the pamphlets come with it or
No.
Okay.
That does, yes.
Okay, I didn't get one of those.
One of these?
Yeah.
I ordered mine separate. You can order each one of these bundles individually, the family, the business, or the fundraising, and this one, or you can order them all, and that's how I ordered them.
I think that's,
So the
Like
white
a-
one doesn't come with it, or it does?
it's like a fundraising.
I don't think it comes with it because this is to promote selling it.
Yeah, this
Right.
comes with that.
So I don't, well, no, I don't know.
No, I swear it's.
I can't even tell you because they packaged all of my order together. I ordered different like
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
And it
that's
all
what I
came in
did
one
too.
box. So someone said, oh, I didn't get the flyers. And I
think-
said, oh, I did. And
I
wait a
don't
minute.
keep the flyers.
I ordered flyers.
Oh,
I don't know what came in
They're
it.
not included. I did not
And
get
it
one.
comes with a bag.
Oh.
You get the bag and the ribbon.
The ribbon is so cool, it's like a barrette. You guys see that? Pull it for show sake.
Oh, it is.
It's so like a barrette.
Jerry,
So
what would this come with then?
When you.
Because this is on the 3.
Yeah, but it all comes in a sales kit together. All 4 of those brochures come together.
Okay,
I
and
see.
it's okay. Now these brochures, they are different on the front. They focus on 3 different ways.
If you guys want to.
Family reunions, weddings, businesses, and fundraising, but they're all the same on the back. So it's just to help you target specific groups. Oh, sorry, should I answer this?
No, it's fine. It's $40, and so that includes the 3 bars. That's a really good deal.
No, it's $40 for
Or
the
is
sales
that
kit.
it? Okay.
It's $50 for,
Don't listen to me.
For the
That's still
per
a really
warmer
good
is
deal.
$50.
Okay. And 3 bars.
Yeah, and there's an option to add a gift certificate to each one for a free bar.
It comes with 1 bar.
Right, it comes with a bar.
Not all 3.
Right, 1 bar. You
One
choose
bar.
enjoy, thank you, or happy holidays. And then you have the option of putting in a gift certificate for a free bar. So that you are now gaining a new customer because they're going to contact you for that free replacement bar. So it's an option, you don't have to. That's something you can choose as a consultant and business owner to do.
Our websites are glitched right now, and they're working on it. So if you click on,
Another glitch.
I know.
It's okay.
You can't see
It's
the
an
picture.
adventure.
Lisa Palmer Pratt.
I have a question. So they get the gift certificate. What if they want one bar of what came in there? You can't do it, huh? You have to deny them.
You
Those
have
two bars are
to,
exclusive.
not
Deny them to the
you
big
have
line.
to redirect them into the current.
And the bar that
Other- one of 80 other fragrances in our line.
And the bar is actually a free, I think the certificate says free bar with your next purchase.
With your next purchase.
Yeah.
And those are 3 exclusive fragrances. They are nothing that we have in our catalog or have had in the past. So make sure you smell those. I actually liked all 3 of them. You're gonna have a favorite, but they are
So when
actually
you
all really
order
good.
online, do you then choose, what does it say, thank you?
Yeah, enjoy.
Happy
and
holidays,
have a
happy
holiday.
These are just, this is just a statistic that 23% of companies give away branded gifts. So when you're thinking of targeting.
And it's not just big, huge corporations either.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my
24
sister's
is
dance
not-
studio,
24 is
she's
not
just
very
down in
many.
Eagle, and, and they have more than 24 students.
Now-
And they're trying to earn money for their teams.
Right. And again, don't count people out. Your minimum purchase for the first time is 24. You can add increments of 12 at that time. But if they decide they want to order again, it starts all over again at the 24. They cannot come back at a later date and purchase 12 more. Okay? So it's 24 and then adding increments of 12 every time they place an order. They need to, can one of you guys tell us what kind of picture they need to have?
It's a vector art. They need to submit it in vector format.
In vector format, most companies that have an advertising department or any type of, they know what that is.
I know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but they know what it is.
Your
Say it
mom
one more
can't
time.
just submit a
Vector.
Vector.
With a V?
V is in Victor.
V
It's
is
like
in Victor?
Victor with an E instead of an I.
Okay.
Yes. And it takes 30 days, once the artwork is submitted and approved, and they have to have permission to use the artwork. Like we said, we can't take the Boise State logo and send it in and say, I want my own Boise State warmer. If they're using the Boy Scouts of America logo, they have to have authorization from the Boy Scouts to use their logo. So if you're the owner of the company, easy. It's easy peasy. Okay?
And they also come in black and white.
Yes, they do come in black or white. And one of the things I absolutely love about these, when they talked about the family, Angelique, could you lift it up off the base? It's a 2-piece unit. So you can actually get a battery-operated tea light and put it in there and use it as a centerpiece and not have a light bulb or a fragrance in it. Yes, dear?
So do the other gallery magnetic squares
Yes,
fit on those?
yes, they do.
Yes. In
I-
fact,
Yeah, I had one out here and we tried it on there and it does fit.
It does?
So and that's why I told my sister, I said, then they can go for $7.
Yeah.
And if they don't, their kids graduate and aren't going to EDP anymore, they can replace that and still use the warmer.
And don't
Which
they-
is a big selling point also.
don't they also have the option of picking one of the Van Gogh
Yeah.
frames as well?
They don't have to
So
do
they don't have
the
to do the custom
custom.
art, they can do the Van Gogh frame.
Do they all have to be white or all
Yes.
black,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're hoping to have an add-on, but you can't add on a different color.
I don't
know.
Can't do what?
No,
You
if you
add
order
a different
20
color, like if you order your initial 24 in black, can you add
No,
12
they
white?
have to be all the same.
But if you need 24, you need 48 warmers, you can do 20, you can do an order of 24 in black and then do another order of 24 in white.
The family family reunions, businesses for holiday gifts, and fundraising.
So all of this is in the workstation under resources, under fundraising. It's all together now.
Yeah, they're all brochures you can save, because I didn't have my brochures available when I just happened to see a friend. So I emailed each of the brochures to, well, the applicable ones, because they're all in PDF format in our workstation.
This might be common sense, or you might have answered it already, but are we allowed to go to like big companies? Because I have a couple people that I'm close with, but they work for a bigger company, but I can approach them.
Micron, Boeing, Albertsons, anybody and everybody.
Okay.
As you drive down the
What?
street, you can stop everywhere.
Well, no, I didn't even think of that one, but I will now, thanks. Kroger, my husband works for Fred Meyer. I didn't even think of that one. No, I was thinking of Peyton's.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything and everything.
Again, I love this statistic, 23% of companies give away branded gifts. So as you drive down the street, 1 out of every 4 is looking for a gift item that they can put their name on to give
That they don't have to
either
think very much
customers or
about.
employees. Yes,
I think when my husband used to work for a corporation out in California, we'd get these ungodly baskets of horrible, unusable food products.
She uses them all.
And you know darn good and well, they must have spent over $100 a piece, not
Yes.
just including shipping and stuff. And my gosh, something like this would have been usable and beautiful and.
And has a lifetime warranty.
Right,
And
it's
something
making
that's-
home safer.
yes.
Something that is so awesome about this launch is that we can promote this. We can use the fact that this will be unique. Your employees, your vendors will not have one of these because it just launched. So they can be one of the first customers to take advantage of this product and this opportunity. So that's something that I've been leading with is this is completely unique. You're not going to see this out there right now.
And in a market where Scentsy is well known, everybody loves it. And where it's not well known, they're going to be introduced to a new product that's going to generate a lot more new customers for all of us. So you have the choice of choosing to put in that gift certificate. Some people get a little short-sighted and think, I'm not going to want to give away a bar for $5. Think of the bigger picture. What is that customer going to mean to you in the long run versus $5 that you can write off as, keep that certificate so that you can write it off as a business expense.
She said it also was like $5 off your next, a free bar with your next purchase.
So they have to make another purchase on top of the purchase.
Right. And I'm going to guess that you probably determine the value amount of that purchase. So, you know, maybe 6-pack of bars, you're going to get another one free. So just, I mean, it's up to you. I have no, I haven't even thought about it. Did everybody see these? Okay. So let's do a couple more trivia questions, and then let's close up with aha moments from the gallery.
I mixed up the cards. Who can name the 3 list exclusives this month for Scentsy?
Go girl.
I saw that. I saw
Oh.
Chelsea.
It's the bag with the sunscreen and then the bricks.
Her voice wavered when she said that.
I know, I was
She
like,
wants
I
it
think
bad.
I'm on the right page here. And then it's the Scentsy Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're getting you love.
Okay. How many bricks are being brought back for the exclusive?
How many tickets do you have? 3. 3 bricks?
3.
How many fragrances?
Over there. With her hand halfway up.
Kim.
Sorry, halfway on my. 8? No, that was my.
All right, Isn't it the top 10 best-selling fragrances of all time? I believe
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Of all time?
Of all time, I believe. Top 10 sellers. I assumed it.
Bestsellers called.
Top 10 bestsellers of some time.
Of all.
Of all
It is all time. Of all
How
time.
many of you are aware that one of the pages in our catalog has the top 10 selling warmers of all time? Did you know that?
I'm aware of that.
Did you know that?
In the new catalog?
Yes.
Hey, I'm not.
Am I the only one that listens, or am I dreaming things?
Did they tell us that at a convention?
Yeah, they did.
They did,
Yes,
didn't
they
they?
did.
Thank you.
I was in the bathroom.
I'm probably in the bath.
Sweating.
I'll show you in a minute. Go ahead and roll the
Okay. So the custom gifts, what's the minimum order?
We've been talking about
I'm
it.
not looking.
Right there.
Chelsea?
Was it me?
Yeah.
24.
Okay. Show off.
How many tickets do you have?
Well, I only have 3 now. One of them was
Another
when I
wicked
first came in.
So these are our top 10,
Top telling, huh?
top 9.
Let me see.
Okay,
Right here.
30.
Oh, they didn't bring back all the most top selling ones.
They said those are the top 10. Why would they put? Why would they
Probably
say
the
the
top 10
No, like
selling Scentsy produced.
Like Sam's stuff.
Okay, 2 more.
Yeah.
Let's have 2 people that don't have a ticket yet.
how many returning scents will be in the fall winter catalog?
Ooh, I don't even know that one.
All of them.
Shout out those. Let's see. 23.
Yes?
Who said 23?
Wow, she just guessed.
Wow, good
That's
she
what I
told
told
you.
you.
No.
I was
I only
know.
has one ticket, so.
That's good,
In my
okay.
head, I knew it was in the 20s.
Grace Adele has something that will help, how do I say this?
Help you get your new fall winter
Going.
line jumpsuit.
What is it? Please along with that.
No, she's
No,
a
let
director.
someone else come in. I finally knew one.
Isn't that the style B where you can just plug in the number?
No?
No.
Amanda?
The stylish savings kit for $200.
Yes. Which counts towards your PRV.
It makes its own party. What was that?
Okay, now let's
That
do,
is the fall winter 2013 sales kit.
Yeah, it gives you a purse, a clutch,
two
a wallet,
That's,
a
it's,
scarf,
what is
a
it,
purse
80%
scarf.
of new, 80% new products?
It's an enhancement kit,
So it's
basically.
kind of a,
But it goes for working on
Like a shooting star.
current
Yeah.
consultants.
Counts for the PRV.
all right.
Now if only they'd make those ahead of, available ahead.
Who brought back the recruiting
I did.
journal?
2 weeks.
Who brought back?
Woohoo!
Becky, will you talk about?
Did you bring somebody back with you?
Yes, Chelsea. What?
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so, you want me to talk about recruiting
Yes.
journal?
Yes.
Who does not know about the recruiting journal? Does everybody know? So you are part of this.
I know, I was like, I'm part of it, I don't know what I'm doing.
So it's open to anybody who wants to take it. We have 4 of them. We have one back.
I want to follow Janae's. I want that one.
No, please, because
I want that one.
here.
She wrote it here.
It's okay.
She
So
wrote
you
nothing
take
in
it with you. If anybody's interested, we'll give you a ticket. We'll draw because usually there's more people interested than have journals. You take it with you. You journal any experience you have that has to do with sponsoring. If you talk to somebody about sponsoring the business, what their reaction was, any type of objections they had, how you overcame them. If anybody just asked you out of the blue, any experience you have that has to do with sponsoring and growing your business, you will write it in here. We've had people take it, and then you can learn from that. It's like a journal that you will go back, you can read it, get pointers, anything. And anybody can take these, directors, anything. If you bring it back and you didn't get a recruit, that's okay. We want those written in and brought back. We'll give you a little price. If you bring it back and you have a recruit with you, then you get one of our handy dandy awesomeness display things as a prize. Like a display. That John's so great technical sharp makes for us.
Thanks for coming.
So Janae now, since you brought this back, will get to choose one of our handy dandy.
And
Like
I
a display.
think she's our first winner of one.
No, we
No.
added
Oh,
one or two more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have missed.
So what are you giving me since you won that?
Wow. No,
But
actually, you do get a prize since you came with.
Look at all that knowledge you
Walked in the door with us.
You get one of these, so come on up.
I was
Great
totally
job.
kidding.
I gave you an opportunity of a lifetime.
I want to start with those of you that were actually at Scentsy Family Reunion. If you have an aha moment that you'd like to share, I wrote down a couple things that were huge for me. So I'll share mine first, and then Janae can share hers. For those of you that were not there, Orville and Heidi usually do their keynote speeches separate. And this year they did them together. And it was absolutely huge for me. And there's no way I can convey to you everything that was said. It was big for me. But that will be posted in the training center. I encourage you in the next couple weeks to look for that and listen to it. Yeah, I thought it was incredible. And one of the things they talked about was the power of doubling. If your best month is 250, challenge yourself to double it to 500. If your best recruiting month is 1, challenge yourself to double it to 2. Then challenge yourself to double it to 4. They talked about the power of doubling. Taking the things that you are proud of in your life, in your business, and double them. And they said pay attention to the ways that we double. Whether it's you guys doubling your sales in 1 month, doubling your parties, doubling your recruiting, doubling people that you talk to, that if you're at the grocery store, that you give a scent circle to or a sample, to double those efforts, and you'll watch your business grow. They also talked about It takes 40 promotions to make a director. So somebody has to promote from essential to certified, certified to lead. So 40 promotions to make a director. And I wrote that on here just because I think we need to be reminded that it's not as big of a mountain as we think it is. And the last thing that hit me from them is to focus on the yays. We talk a lot about your why. And whys are very complex, and that's one of the things they really talk about in their keynote is that whys are very complex. But we also need to focus on the yays. And with the doubling, you're going to see this what's the word? Not compound. No, a tagline. You're going to see the tagline double yay, and you're going to see it all year long. Oh. We're all going to be saying double yay, double yay, double yay. So listen to their keynote. It's awesome. That was one of my aha moments. Anybody else want to share their aha moment? Come on, guys. People weren't there.
Jory.
What?
Mine was Janae's talk.
Oh, I'll just add to what you said, but I thought it was interesting. I can't remember the gentleman's speaker, but he's the one that said, find your why.
Was that Daniel Pink?
Yes. And then I thought it was interesting that he thought that the yay was so profound. Like, where'd you come up with that?
Exactly.
What concept was that? Did you guys have people like psychologists working with you?
That was a huge aha moment.
And it's just like them thinking,
You
such a
could see it in
motivator.
his face.
Yes, Daniel, he was one of our keynote speakers, and he talks about your why. That's kind of his
thing.
His thing.
I heard Bob the Builder.
And I know I don't
Yes.
But Orville and Heidi, you know, they come up with the yays, and they went back to Daniel Pink to share that this is, we love this so much from you, and from that came this. And he, like you said,
came from a consultant.
Double yay came from a consultant, but Daniel Pink said to Orville and Heidi, this is really profound, this is life-changing, focusing on the yays. And where, like you said, where did you come up? Who was consulting you? Who was helping you to
one
figure it out?
consultant. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, she did
Jamie.
say double yay, just
Yeah.
kind of celebrating her achievements and accomplishments, and then
She must have
from
tagged.
that, it just,
That was one of the Facebook things they wrote.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
wrote
now I
off
guess
of.
they're gonna own it or own the
It's too bad
hashtag.
that man wasn't there, because I remember Heidi telling me that,
Oh, the guy.
because they went to Seattle, and they ran into this guy in Seattle, and they had invited me to go with them because it was my birthday. And I wasn't able to, because I had hurt my back, or I hurt some dang thing. I have no idea what I hurt, but I couldn't go. And she called and was visiting with me and said, you will not believe what this man said to me. He questioned me when I said that we were doing it for you. He just did not believe that at all. And he really put her on the spot. And it really made her think a lot about her why.
Right.
And that's where the whole speech came from.
Right. And well, she said they both had separate keynote speeches, and this man at one of the spring sprints questioned, when she said, a gentleman approached Heidi and said, what is your why? And she said, well, we do it for you, the consultant.
My why is.
My why is you guys. I he's like, no, it's not. I don't believe you, pretty much. I don't know if he said I don't
Well,
believe
he
you.
basically called her a liar.
Yeah.
Said that she was exaggerating.
He says
and it
that
really
I
wasn't
believe you.
true.
Yeah.
Right, and it really made her question what her why was. And that's when, you know, it came about the complexity of whys, that they're not simple. Our whys are so not simple, and that's why it's so hard to figure out what your why is.
Well, our whys are all different. And our
And
whys,
ever change.
and our
Always
whys change from
They
year
do
to year.
change, every day do change. So obviously, there's so much more to this keynote, you guys.
It's really hard for us to explain what happens.
It's really hard for us to get you to cry like we did. So you need to get on and you need to.
Well, you're doing it for us.
You need to create your own tears by reading. Yes, Angelique.
I really liked the vulnerability lady.
Brene Brown.
Brene Brown, yes. She was awesome because it was very much an aha moment for me, because I've always, like, I still think of the world as like a high school mentality, because really, truly, it kind of is. And so when she was like, so how many of you want to be cool? And I was like, well, I want to be cool, kind of thing. And then she had people come up on stage and it's like, give us your coolest, like, don't mess with me kind of thing. And there was people up there that were scary, and I went, I don't want to be cool. Because there's this like black lady that like, you know, kind of thing, and I was like, that's not what no. Changed my mind. But it was kind of cool because, I don't know, it was just an aha where I was like, stop trying so hard to be something you're not, because what you are is amazing. So it was just really, that was wow for me. But you had to be there, I'm sure.
I wish that I don't know if they can with copyright, but I wish they would post the keynote speakers.
Yeah.
I've asked them to do that, and Heidi said a lot of times they won't give permission.
Right.
I mean, that's their livelihood.
Exactly. And
so
it makes total sense.
That could end up on
It would be nice
YouTube
if they
and
did
everybody's
it
using
in, under training tools, because those are private, aren't they? Those videos. And just
I
for
don't know,
us.
if I was a speaker and that was my income, I don't think I would let anybody do it.
Right. Why page goes?
They should make teasers.
You can, Brene Brown does a TED Talk. All you need to do is look for Brene Brown on YouTube and you'll find one of her talks.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Renee, like Renee, but with a B.
Yeah.
Anybody else that was there want to share an aha moment? Because I do have another one.
You know, this one, I have one that, I mean, I just thought of it, and I'm not a big Kelly Clarkson fan, but she was so humble on stage, and she went like, what, 5 or 6 songs before she even took a little break to drink water, and she's like, sorry guys, I'm not 20-something anymore, or 16, yeah. And it was just, her heart was full, and she didn't even know this, but there was this little gig to get this Shining Star nominees up on stage with her. She didn't even know, but she announced it. She said, and you guys this wasn't random, you're all the Shining Star nominees for this year. And she started crying, and she didn't even know what it was, because everybody on stage was. And it was just really, it renewed my appreciation of music and musicians, and the fact that there are some out there that really do have that humble attitude.
You know,
and that wasn't Scentsy related at all, but it was totally, it was just really encouraging to me.
We got it was a private concert, and I feel like we got a private invitation into who she really is. She's very intimate,
very gracious,
funny, and gracious.
She was incredible, just absolutely incredible.
And Heidi told me that they asked her to do that. Every time you ask an entertainer to do anything, it's an extra 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever. I mean, even for seconds. And they asked her to do it, or actually, I don't know exactly. I think she sort of volunteered to do it, and there was no charge. So all that little extra she did on stage was...
You could just tell how amazing she is.
Yeah.
I saw her when she was here. It was for my friend's 16th birthday. And like, we were both so excited. And you can even tell, like, it was, I think it was out at the Idaho Center. And even there, you could tell that she's just also.
She was also at the Taco Bell Arena with last year.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw her.
She was here by herself too, because I took my grandfather to see her. And it was a very small stage, and it was just for her, it was amazing. But I kind of have an aha moment, and I didn't go. And it's like, I don't want to miss next year.
Aha! I like it.
Don't.
I like it. Anybody else want to share their aha moment? I don't know if it gets better than that one. I don't want to miss next year. Okay, let's do a couple more drawings.
Zero, 1, 8.
You know what? It's right there.
Boy, when you're hot, you're hot.
Okay. That's a bling. You're officially sensified.
0, 3, 1.
Hey, that's me.
Oh,
You're really engaged for real.
Okay.
What are twin powers?
0, 3, 8.
That was fun.
0, 3, 8. Yay! Now these are one winner per 3.
Yeah, one
one ring per winner?
036.
Me.
She was ready.
I was like,
come on.
Very cool.
These are cool, but they could be a weapon.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Well, that's
so
don't flop with them on.
Before that, finishing in closing, I want to share something that, two more things. One thing that Brene Brown said that was really huge for me is she said that there is a sentence that changed her life. And the sentence is, what I'm making up right now is. And she gave a big long story about her husband and how he acted a certain way, and so how it's basically self-talk, what I'm making up. And so what she does is she'll go, you know, Janae, you said this to me, but what I'm making up right now is that maybe you're angry at me, or, and you fill in the blanks with whatever's in your head.
Telling yourself a story that's not true.
Basically, yeah. You know, as women, we create it. You know, husband doesn't kiss us when we walk in the door, and we're like, all right then, you know, where'd you go for lunch today? I'm just being honest. But we do make up those stories in our head. And what I loved about that is she brought it back to our business, and it says, quit making up stories about what the person on the other end of that phone is thinking. So I don't know about you guys, but I hate the phone. I struggle with the phone calls because I can tell you right now, number one, they're busy. Number two, they're having a bad day. Number three, they don't want to talk to me. Number four, they don't want to have a party. And I can go on and on. I'm making up all these stories in my head. Quit making up stories in your head. You don't know how that other person is going to be on the other end of the phone. And so that was really huge for me. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is they talked quite a bit about, and I believe this, you're going to have to tell me who it was, that said, a great man is a sentence. Abraham Lincoln, his sentence is he freed the slaves. Theodore Roosevelt, his sentence is he got the country out of a depression and won the war. What is your sentence? So something to think about as you guys leave tonight. What is your sentence going to be? Thank you for coming.